Just over a month ago, I started off on a mission. That mission was to give my body a full reset and a platform to build upon as I began this fitness journey. When I stood here a month and 10 kilos ago, when I started this challenge, I did not know what the outcome was going to be. But now I do, and I'm going to tell you how. How I trained, exactly the foods I ate, and I'm going to answer one of the most asked questions from that video. How did it affect me mentally, and did I receive any mental clarity? Welcome to the Carnivore Diet beyond the 30 days. Welcome back. I just thought we'd kick this video off by giving a massive shout out to all you guys for smashing the last video out of the park. I just want to say thank you to all the subs, all the likes and all the comments. Some of those comments made me laugh a hell of a lot. And because it done so well, I thought I'd do a bit of a follow-up video detailing some of the things I ate, the ways I trained, and just answering some of the questions in those comments because there was a hell of a lot of comments. So without further ado, let's get into this. Right, we are kicking things off in the kitchen because they tell me abs are made in the kitchen, but it's going to be kept pretty brief because there's not much to it. There's no secrets, no special recipes. It's just a no frills diet that we've just got to keep clean. So this is a list of foods that I ate during the 30 days, and keep in mind that I cooked every single meal in grass-fed butter. One of the easiest things about this diet compared to the other diets was I didn't have to weigh anything. I didn't have to portion size any of the meals. I simply just ate when I want and what I wanted. I stuck to the fattier foods when prepping meals for work because Chef Mike done a much better job at heating them up and stopping them going completely dry. Woohoo! Who doesn't love a good chicken wing? One thing I will say, I wasn't really aching after the gym, probably because of the high protein intake that I was having. Now, I'm not a massive fish eater. During the diet, I did eat a small amount of fish. If you are a fish eater, it can benefit you massively with the omega-3 oils and everything, so definitely add that in. But it did naturally turn into a bit of a fasting style diet because I was only really eating one big lunch, one big dinner most days. So to summarize, there's not much to it. It really is as simple as it looks, but you must stay consistent, everybody, because your body is put into a primarily fat burning state. Any cheating, even one time, will simply knock you out of that. And with all the high fats you've probably already consumed, you're putting yourself in a worse position than when you first started. So simply just don't cheat. The hardest battle I had during that 30 days was the mental battle. And if I got through it, you guys can get through it too. Right, so let's talk gym routine. I did touch on it a bit in the 30-day challenge, but we're going to go into a little bit more detail now. I did do a 5-day training week with 2 days off. The split for those weeks was 3 days training, which was a push-pull legs training with a day off. And then it was followed by an upper body day and then a lower body day, then a day off to finish the end of the week. I also did 20 minutes of light cardio at the end of every single session, and also on the rest days we tried to do a long walk just to get in some extra cardio. This is the workout routine that I used for push days. I kept the same routine during the 30-day challenge because I wanted to build consistency to my workouts and I didn't want to change things up on my body too much during the 30 days. Now I'm going to show you the routine for the pull days. Again, try not to change things up too much during the 30 days because I wanted to build strength in the routine. And just having a set routine did make it a lot easier on days that I struggled for motivation. Now for the leg routine. This was a nice one. I always love training legs because it's probably the strongest part of my body. and I did find it probably the least taxing on the training days, especially the days when I was feeling flat. And just to point out, the leg day was the only day I didn't do any sort of cardio after the training session because I didn't want to burn out my legs any further. Now for the upper and lower training days, these were incorporated to basically train and grow whatever body part that you were trying to focus on. For example, shoulders. On that upper day, you would just add in a few extra shoulder exercises to focus on building up those shoulders, but still adding in some upper body training to keep your body ticking over for the rest of the week. And it's pretty much the same for the lower days. So to round things off, if you are starting your journey, be that losing weight or building muscle, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be the perfect routine, completely dialed in. You just have to be consistent, consistently turn up and not make excuses for yourself not to go to the gym. Once you make it a habit, that is when you can start learning the expert levels of training or using the better gear to assist with your workouts. Right, to wrap up the video, let's talk the biggest question that was asked in the comments on the Carnivore Challenge, and that was mental health. And a lot of people say that you get a massive mental clarity once you rid the body of all the sugars and everything else. And to be honest, it actually did. But caveat to it, because when you see a lot of these TikTok videos or YouTube shorts, they say you eat carnivore for 3 days and you get this massive mental clarity. That doesn't happen. It probably wasn't until about 2 weeks into the challenge when I actually finally started to feel just no clouded thinking. I was sharp, I was mentally strong, and my mental health overall was at an all-time high. Just take into consideration, though, like I say, it did take over 2 weeks to get to that point. It is definitely not a few days or an overnight sensation. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen, for the Carnivore Challenge, completely done. But it was never about boom, 30 days, lose a load of weight, go back to normal. This was the platform to build upon for my fitness journey. And a lot of the comments were saying that it was a fad diet and that I was trying to push a fat diet. The only thing I was pushing was weights in the gym. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. You're not supposed to film this bit. Get out of here.